Hi guys, welcome back to Chess the Matthew. So on this video, we will tackle about my game on the Anderssen opening, in which I immediately win in just 15 moves. So the said opening start with the move a3, and here my opponent plays the move e5. The idea of e5 is to control the center and with the intention to push it on the e4 just to gain some space advantage on our white's comp. So here I stop that idea with the move e4. My opponent plays the move a developing move, which is knight f6 and attacking our undefended pawn on e4. So I defend it with the move knight to c3. The black plays the move bishop to c5, completing his kingside development with an idea that the black now can castle in the future after the move bishop to c5. So here I disrupt that idea for the meantime with the move b4. With this b4, we cannot move that safely without compromising such material without this idea of a3 on the first move. So here after b4, we attack his bishop on c5. So the black here retreat his bishop on the b6 square. But still, I didn't stop to harass his bishop with the move knight to a4. The idea of knight to a4 is trying to win his bishop pair in a cost of a pawn, because after knight to a4, it no longer defends now our pawn on e4 rather than it was on the c3 square. So the black immediately took that pawn, and also I go for with my idea, which is to capture one of his bishop, doubling his pawn on b file after knight takes b6, a takes b6. So here we shall see that the black now is a pawn up. But after queen to g4, I tries to regain my pawn deposit on the g7. After also it attacks the knight on the e4. So the black defend that both with the move knight to g5, covering the attack on the g7, and also putting his knight into a safe square because it was defended with his queen. But after d4, opening some attack with the bishop and with the queen, with only one defender, again his knight is on a trouble. So the black put his knight into a safe square on the e6 and also defending this g7. Here still I play the move d5 because this knight is the only defender to the g7. So if knight is no longer sitting on the e6, then this g7 will fall. So here the black was obliged to play the move d4 and leaving this g7 on its defense. So I captured that undefended pawn on g7. So here we can see that if the rook plays on f8, here we can immediately play the move bishop to h6, doubling an attack on the f8. And if, for example, if the black plays the move queen to e7, then here we can play the move bishop to d3 before capturing the f8 because there is a knight fork threat on the c2. Here the black decided to play the move knight takes to c2 with a check and also an attack on our rook on a1. So here I play the move king to d1 and the black capture the rook on a1. But here the white can also capture the rook on h8 with a check. So the king has only one square to go because he cannot go with these squares because of his own pieces. So he goes with the only move, the king e7, but still we have queen takes e5 check. So still the only square that he can go is the f8. But after king to f8, here comes now the bishop to h6 check. Again, he cannot go with these squares. And the only square that he can go is the g8. And after king to g8, here comes down the queen to g7.
Checkmate.
He cannot capture our queen because of bishop on h6. He cannot escape the check. He cannot cover. So it is already now a checkmate. So just a recap. In just 15 moves, we win with the Anderssen opening. Let's count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So in just 15 moves, we win in the Anderssen opening. I hope you enjoyed this video and please don't forget to subscribe.